Hello, interwebs! Sweaty Hewlett here with another Burn and Learn. Yes, 60 minutes on the torture device today. A little later because Jane, for some reason, wanted to leap on the torture device earlier today. She's got some people coming over, so I thought I would cower in my little safe space again. Plus, I kind of just like it in here. A much nicer background, honestly. Robots always much nicer in the background than sort of like half-finished walls. This is a Burn and Learn. This is my bid to stay alive and fit long enough to raise my amazing son, to enjoy the coming twilight years of my brilliant, beautiful wife, Jane, and I hate exercise. Cannot stand doing exercise. So I would rather do anything than exercise. So I like to learn something while I'm exercising, then I like to share what I've learned with you in the sweatiest, most miserable, complaining way possible. And it also guilts me into doing it. This means that you know when I haven't exercised, and you'll let me know, I'm sure. So today, the learn part of the burn. I've told you about the burn, 60 minutes. Did I mention that? 60 minutes? 60 minutes. Okay, so the learn part, my favorite part, or the only part that I like of all this, is the Arduino. I've been working on the Arduino thing again, going through LinkedIn Learning. I should be sponsored by LinkedIn Learning, because from lynda.com to LinkedIn Learning, I watch more of these videos than I do, television shows. Which is shameful because I work in television. Anyways, so I'm doing the Arduino course. This basically at the end of this, apparently you are an Arduino developer or something. I don't know, but they'll get into C programming and everything. But right now we're dealing with. I just went through this whole section on shift registers, which are, gosh darn geeky goodness. Just a way of translating ones and zeros, patterns of ones and zeros. Into a form that can be used by LEDs. So you can do, I'm sure many other things, but in this specific case, into a little LED. And so the pattern of ones and zeros lights the corresponding LED, and you get numbers and letters and all that kind of stuff. So very, very cool. Kind of hard to get your head around, but I really enjoy the way this woman who teaches the course explains it all. She always goes back and makes sure that you have a good understanding before you get in there, and then she slowly sort of gets to the point where you're actually building something, which is really fun. So I finished that whole course. I've now moved on to basically analog input. So the problem, of course, is that these little devices are all digital. And what do you do when you've got like joystick input, which is going to be important to me because I want joysticks to control motors and things. Motors, another thing that's also analog. They're not strictly ones and zeros. They're a range of constantly changing numbers. So how does Arduino deal with that? Well, I'm learning all about the analog to digital converter that's built into the Arduino and how to use that. So just really sucks you in. Unfortunately, not fascinating enough for me to not absolutely be in full misery for the last good 20 minutes of that. For some reason, I guess it was just that tiny little bowl of porridge I had this morning wasn't enough to keep me going because I was done. But I thought, weather through, get that 60 minutes. Otherwise you'll guilt me into it. So the plan for today, I was going to go to my friends at McCordick, this amazing school for kids with physical and developmental disabilities. And I was going to go there with my kids from my local Tech Bandits. Unfortunately, there is a provincial work to rule thing going on, so teachers are not allowed to accompany me, and in order for me to bring the kids without the teachers, I need special paperwork, and then so just a mess, thwarted in that attempt, but down but not out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do video pen pals. I'm going to go and film a little sort of tour of the school and some of the kids and some of the teachers, and then bring that to my folks, my bandits, and then have them maybe do another one back. So just to get some lines of communication going, despite strikes and work to rule and all that boring administrative stuff. So that's the plan for Tech Bandits. It's a PA day on Friday, which I didn't know about, so there's no Tech Bandits this week. So I'm a bit of a loss. So I invited two of the kids who missed out last week are going to come over after school today, and I'm going to walk them through the wheelchair and the no hands Minecraft. And I also have these really nice little Let's Talk Science hydrogen fuel cell cars, which we used on a shoot a little while back. And I was so taken with them. One of these kids has a little robot that works on with salt water. and two little different pieces of metal and stuff. Really cool thing, and he's so excited about this stuff. And he's too young to be doing the Tech Bandits I'm doing. He's not really, but as a group, there's just, I can't have too many little guys running around. So I restricted it to the older kids and only 10 of them. So I was feeling guilty. I'm inviting our friends' kids to come and play for a little makerspace play date this afternoon. Baz is at basketball, and I can't go see that, so I figured it's a good opportunity to recruit a few more geeks. So there's that, and now I got to go get cleaned up because I got to see my one of my favorite director-writer folks, Jake Horowitz, and his friend Andrew, and we're gonna, I think, grab some food and discuss a new film that he's working on. So more plotting and scheming, and apparently Guillermo's messing up my days. I was supposed to work with him in February on his new film, just for like a day, but apparently the schedule's changed, so they're going to get back to me on that. So, but still, honestly, the fun for me is just knowing it's going to happen. I just like having that hanging over me is just a fun thing. And I've, again, gosh knows I've got enough Tech Bandits to play with in the meantime. I've also got a crazy nut. Check this out. So I've been a little obsessive about my Magic the Gathering cards. That's just 2 of the 4 boxes that I've been going through, organizing, putting in order, and cataloging. So little nerdy stuff going on there. So anyways, very busy, very busy. All right, so doing geek again, sweaty or not, here I come. Cheerio!